It's always a fun one. You know, we were down at a radio station in San Antonio, and the girl interviewing us there didn't really know much about us or our style of music. She asked Carter, she said, is that a banjo you're playing? We're like, no, which we thought it was funny. She said, I love bluesgrass. We belly laughed and talked about it on the way, and then we were like, wait a minute, we're not really bluegrass, but we might be bluesgrass.
I think she might be onto something.
She might have actually stumbled upon something there. Well, I mentioned our granddad. We grew up next door to him. He and our grandmother were huge influences on us, and it comes in handy for a boy to live next door to his grandparents if something goes a little sideways at home. It's nothing that a trip over to Grandma's house and a little butter pecan ice cream wouldn't solve real quick. But they were stalwarts in our family, but also our community. They were just salt of the earth kind of people. And when they were young, they fell in love, and they thought it was time for them to get married. Unfortunately, the state of Tennessee at the time didn't agree with them. Said they were too young. Lucky for them, the state of Mississippi was just fine with it. So like a lot of folks in those days, they snuck out, headed down south, and tied the knot before a judge. And when they made it back home, my grandma's mom was none too thrilled with what had occurred. And she said, Peggy, you have led your ducks to a bad pond. But they were married and lived happily ever after for 60 plus years, so it turned out to be a pretty dang good pond, I will say. Yeah. But they had a beautiful love story, and we thought it should be a song, and it kind of just wrote itself. So this is the Ballad of Ed and Peg. The son of a logger and a bricklayer's daughter fell into something that few rarely found. Despite the warnings from her mother, she led her ducks to that water. Her eyes would shine brighter when he'd come around, and she'd smile when he told her she'd be the only one he'd love. And on Valentine's Eve, when everyone was asleep, she climbed out her window into his passenger seat. Went off to Mississippi where no consent would be needed. Stood before a judge and the Lord up above. Swore on everything holy she'd be the only one he loved. And soon they'd have 2 daughters and a boy in between. Time would move quicker than they could have dreamed. Days turn to memories, beginnings to endings, like life and fast forward on the screen. Yeah. Her health had been fading, that there's no doubt. There was just certain things that he couldn't think about, like holding her hand by a hospital bed and saying goodbye until they